Good afternoon to one and all. I, M.S. Satyanarayana, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, behalf of my own behalf and Department of ISC, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, welcoming you all for the inauguration and orientation program of Robot Process Automation Center of Excellence in association with Netalla Private Limited and Blueprism. So RPA, Robot Process Automation, is one of the emerging technology with ample of opportunities for the fresh engineers. So RPA making young brains to work towards the innovation and research to get into the IT industry. See, on this auspicious occasion, I, behalf of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, welcoming you all once again for the inauguration and orientation program of Center of Excellence RPA in association with Netalla and Blueprism. I take immense pleasure in inviting our Honorable Chairman, Shri V. Muniappa sir, on this occasion. Due to his busy schedule, sir couldn't able to join, but he conveyed his heartfelt wishes. Now I welcome our Honorable Chief Executive Director, Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa. So due to his busy schedule, sir not able to join for this event. It's time to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Pradeep and Mr. Manjunath from Netalla and Blueprism. I welcome you, sir, Mr. Manjunath, sir, from Blueprism.
Thank you. Hi.
Now I invite Mr. Pradeep from Netalla for this occasion. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, good afternoon.
It's time to invite our Honorable Principal, Dr. Suresha, for this event. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I take immense pleasure inviting all the HODs of various departments of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Training and Placement Officer of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. I also invite faculty and non-teaching staff members of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Last but not least, always best, I also invite all the students for this orientation and inauguration of Center of Excellence, Blueprism RPA. Now, I request Mr. Mohan Harundas to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Pradeep, to the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. At the very outset, I find immense pleasure in introducing Mr. Pradeep M., our guest of honor for today's function. Mr. Pradeep M., currently working as a Director, Information Technology, Netalla Innovations Pvt. Limited. He has done his MCA from VTU, Master of Engineering from Anna University. He has 12 plus years of experience in education and IT. He is a certified Blueprism RPA professional and a CCNA and CCNP certified network specialist. He is also working as a technical consultant for RTech Infosystems and DXC Technologies. He has nearly given 80 plus seminars and workshops pan-India. He has 2 patents in the area of SDN and virtualization. We are very much privileged and honored to have you with us today. We hope that our students are able to seek little guidance and imbibe something from your thoughts. Thank you very much, Mr. Pradeep, for your presence today. Over to Mr. Satyanarayan.
Mr. Pradeep. Now I request Mr. Pradeep to speak few words on this occasion.
Yes, good afternoon. A very warm welcome to each and everyone for the inaugural ceremony of Blueprism Robotic Process Automation Center of Excellence. So it's my immense pleasure to be a part of this great event. So as you're all aware that now the whole world is moving towards the automation. Each and every industry started adopting the automation. Now it's the right time for every student to get into this automation industry. So according to the PwC analysis, artificial intelligence, robotics, and other forms of smart automations have the potential to bring great economic benefits, contributing up to $15 trillion in a global GDP by 2030. So 15 trillion is not a small money. So the modern economy has was built on automation, so that it is natural to assume that the future will definitely belong to the automation. Automation is actually making a human labor more valuable than ever. Then what do you mean by this automation? So automation is something like, automation is a technology by which a process or a procedure performed with a minimal human assistance. So here today we are talking about robotic process automation. So it has nothing to do with the hardware robots. So we will learn. So with this Blueprism tool, we will learn how to create the software bots which can help us in doing our routine works, right? So automation is an automation of activities can enable the business to improve the performance by reducing the errors and improving the quality and speed. Okay, so learning Blueprism robotic process automation will definitely be a real value addition in shaping your career. So we are very much pleased to get associated with SVCE College of Engineering. So it's our privilege to deliver knowledge to our students. So we are really very thankful to SVCE management, principals, all the department heads, TPO, staffs, and the students for joining their hands in setting up this center of excellence in SVCE campus. Make the best use of this opportunity and put in your 100% efforts in learning RPA, and I'm very sure that you'll all be flooded with a lot of job opportunities. Thank you, and I'll be back to the end of the session so that I'll be demonstrating you the tool. So please stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep, for your valuable words and introducing what is RPA to the students. Now, I request Mohan sir to introduce another guest of honor, Mr. Manjunath from Blueprism. Mr. Manjunath is a program manager with 12 plus years of experience. His areas of expertise includes marketing, branding, people management, academic relations, government relations, project management, and inclusion, diversity and process optimization. So Manjunath is exposure to multinational working environments like Cisco Systems India Private Limited, VMware, and Symphony Teleca. We are very much privileged, sir, to have you with us today. Welcome you, sir. Now, I request Mr. Manjunath to speak few words on this occasion. Over to you, Manjunath, sir.
Thank you so much for the introduction, sir. First of all, I need to welcome all honorable dignitaries who are there in this call and all the participants. A warm good afternoon to everyone. I should say this is my second interaction with SVCE. Suresh sir, if you remember, we coordinated earlier with VMware IT Academy at your institution, and I'm glad that I'm getting an opportunity to coordinate with this institution again. So I know the potential of this particular institution and the interest level what we can create with the student community. When it comes to Blueprism, I'm going to explain a little bit over here. Let me share my screen. I should not take much time. Just a couple of moments. Let me know if you could see my screen. Is it visible? Can anybody respond?
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Thank you so much. So about Blueprism, we are the pioneers of RPA. If you hear the term RPA in the market, robotic process automation, it was found by Blueprism, and we are based out of London. And this particular company was started in 2001, And only by 2012 we introduced the term RPA. Till then we were working on various pros and cons and what can be happen for this particular product. And by 2012 we named the product as Robotic Process Automation, and we established our offices at various parts of the globe, including US, India, Sydney, Tokyo. In India, we have our office in Bangalore, and Singapore, Hong Kong, and various other locations. And right now, we have nearly up to 2,500 clients. I mean, the partners who are working on our product across the globe. I'm going to introduce the partner list very shortly. And we have nearly up to 3,000 plus employees across the globe who are working in our organization. And recently, 2-3 days before, we released a new version on our product, which is 6.10. So in 2017, we released 6 version. And right now we have 6.10. So that's the new version what we have right now. So each and every time we are releasing it, we are doing the upgrades, and we are giving a lot of opportunities for the learners to go through and learn the new technology, as well as the new features whatever we have introduced. Why is it not okay? So when it comes to robotic process automation, most of them would think that it is a robot, a physical robot. As Pradeep sir said, it's not a physical robot. It's a software which can do a lot of activities behind the scene, behind this actual project. So, for example, if I want to say, if you have heard about chatbot, right? That's one of the example of a robotic process automation. So chatbot is like you throw one of your queries in the chat, and it grabs the keywords, and it automatically responds to your query, right? So that is one of the example. So there are a lot of other projects which have been automated right now. Considering the current situation, this is the right time for one of the student to learn RPA, because most of the industries are looking at automating the process. So considering the current pandemic situation again, so one can think that what best can be done at this particular time, going through RPA process course content, and as well as earning the certification. So some of the examples, if I want to showcase here: tax processing and leave management, new hiring simplification. These are some of the low-level processes which can be automated. So there are complex processes again which can be automated. So day in and day out, if we look at this, these are some of the examples which I can explain here, which can be related for any layman for that matter. What is connected RPA? We call our product as connected RPA because it's an enterprise level product. So it connects between AI, ML, as well as RPA, robotic process automation. So that's the reason it's a bundle of process. We call it as connected RPA, and also we call our product as digital workforce, digital worker. Instead of robot or bot, we call it as digital worker because it can do many of the human actions, like for example login into applications, move files from folders, copy and paste data. So these are some of the examples which you have mentioned here. It can do most of the human activities which are there. So one might think, going forward, is there a requirement for the humans to work in any of the corporates? Yes, of course. Most of the corporates need certified people to run complex projects through RPA. So this is the right time for anyone, if they are interested to go pursue their career in RPA. Please go through the course content and ensure that you earn the certificate and be skill enhanced. So these are some of the products which are offered through our entire services. The software which we will give it to even the institutions, and Pradeep will definitely explain in detail about what exactly it is and how you can work on our platform. Digital exchange is an app store. Like for example, you have mobile app store. You can download various apps and enjoy your privileges. Similarly, we have a digital exchange app store which supports our platform. So you can download various apps which can support our platform and execute various projects. So we have even community and support center which supports various users 247, and also we have an exclusive learning community where you can post your comments and expect the industry experts response from them. And we also have research centers which supports the people who want to do various research activities on RPA. So just to give a small differentiations, I'm sure you would have heard about Automation Anywhere, UiPath in the market who are already there with Blueprism. So we three are the market leaders, I should say. But when it comes to product comparison, this is how it looks like. When it comes to learning, Automation Anywhere offers basic developer through basic developer, and UiPath offers through visual design. And Blueprism, when you learn Blueprism, you have the ability to develop and control the product. So that's how it will be like. And why most of the companies prefer Blueprism compared to Automation Anywhere and UiPath? Majorly for two reasons. One, ours is an enterprise level software. So one, if it wants to scale our product, it is very easy compared to UiPath and Automation Anywhere. You will be knowing the reason going forward during your training, why it is. All of the processes are happening through our software license itself. No need to purchase any of the additional equipment like what UiPath and Automation Anywhere does. If you want to scale any of the project, you need to purchase additional equipment. Whereas in Blueprism, you need not do that. Everything will be done through a server, a web-based server, or in your system itself. With our licensed software, you need not purchase any of the additional equipment. And with that, it gives more speed and security as well. So considering that, most of our clients are financial companies, but we also have from various other sectors as well, like IT, retail, and finance, banking, and then the various other sectors. But banking is one of the major customers of us because they trust in our speed as well as the security. And we have a very high speed compared to what UiPath and Automation Anywhere is offering their software. The reason is I told you very simple. We don't use any of the external equipment compared to what the other two players are doing in the market. So what is the opportunity you need to know for the students? When it comes to RPA, you will ask your instructor or your faculty that why should you learn RPA? What is the benefit for learning the RPA right now? So most of you know about the LinkedIn. So LinkedIn released this particular 15 emerging jobs analysis in January 2020, and RPA stands at number 4 and at number 10. So this is how the market looks like, and there is a lot of opportunity considering the current market situation. Most of the companies are going ahead and automating their processes, and they want skilled people who are knowing about the product and knowing about the RPA term, so that it will be helpful for you as well, for the company as well, to deploy you in that particular project. So I am hoping that most of the participants in this particular call know what is emerging technologies. If I want to take the examples, IoT, big data, as well as RPA is one of the example of emerging technologies. So that's how these 15 emerging jobs have been taken care from LinkedIn by doing various analysis. So how is the market looking like? Who are the people who hire RPA certified people? So when it comes to IT and business process management services. So for example, this survey was done by NASSCOM. So NASSCOM is an industrial body. I hope you all are, most of you are aware about NASSCOM. So they have done this analysis, and as per their analysis, right now, when it comes to IT and BP, business process management services sector, companies like Accenture, TCS, Cognizant, Infosys, Capgemini, IBM. So these are all the companies in India, and this survey was done in India itself, are hiring certified people, and nearly up to 40 to 45,000 people are being deployed in this particular segment right now. And when it comes to product company like Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle, SAP, so these are the companies who are hiring certified people, and nearly up to 20 to 25,000 people are being deployed. Certified people are being deployed in this particular segment, exclusively in RPA, I'm saying. And other organizations like JP Morgan, HSBC, Citi, American Express, some of the financial companies, and also automobile company like Ford Motors are also hiring certified people in India, and nearly up to 30 to 35,000 people are working in this particular segment. So overall, till now, nearly up to 1 lakh to 1,20,000 people are working in RPA segment in India exclusively. After completing the certification, they are being hired and deployed in various projects. So how does the market looks like? You also need to know, once you complete, how what is the job opportunity numbers you have in India. So currently, if we see talent growth forecast, if we see total employed people are 1 lakh to 1,20,000 people right now, and we could foresee around 2 lakh to 2,50,000 people year on year by 2025. So we will be having 15 to 16% growth in talent forecast. This is the requirement from the each and every organization. I mean, overall organizations in India, we could foresee. When it comes to job openings, currently from 12,000 to 15,000 jobs are available in India for RPA certified people. So by 2025, we could foresee a growth of 17 to 18%. So there will be a number of growth in terms of the job requirements. So somewhere around 28,000 to 32,000 people would be hired from the market after completing their certification. So these numbers might also go high considering the current scenario and situation. Some of the organizations are also willing to do their project automation considering the situation right now. Some of the popular popular job roles which you could see in any of the job search engine portals, like RPA developer is one of the biggest, what you should say. This is the entry level. So most of the students, I'm sorry, after completing Blueprism RPA developer certification, they would be eligible to apply for this particular job, and they will be given the special consideration because you will be already having the product knowledge, and as you also have the global certification in your hand, you will be given the priority in terms of when it comes to recruitment process. And there are some of the other few popular job roles which are mentioned here. And this particular survey, again, done by NASSCOM in India, and all these are available in India. If you could see, for RPA developer, 37,000 people are already been deployed, and for this year, nearly 5,000 requirement is there. So that's the level of requirement each and every organization who are automating their processes are looking for. Similarly, we have various other openings also, 1,200 in automation analyst, 1,300 in RPA architect. So it goes on. And popular skill sets, if you look at it, most of the places Blueprism is available. So that's how it is popular. And we are the market leaders. We are recognized by Gartner as one of the market leader. If you go to Gartner and look at our Gartner quadrant, analysis, you will see Blueprism over there again. So most of the companies most of the hiring companies knows about Blueprism, and they are also hiring Blueprism certified people. If I want to give some of the examples on our customers, these are some of the examples which I could fit in over here. If you visit our portal, our website, you will get to know the entire partners who are working with us and also selling our product to their projects and customers. So for example, Accenture, HCL, Wipro, TCS, Ernst & Young, Infosys, Microsoft, Deloitte, these are the familiar companies in India, and these are all companies using our they're already using our product for their various projects, and they want people, certified people, to run their projects successfully. And some of the global level partners, Fidelity, NPAR, DBS Bank. So these are some of the popular ones in India. Again, they have their branches. So these are the global partners who are working with us across the globe, who are automating their processes, and they also require certified people to run their projects successfully. With this, I'm going to conclude. If you have any doubts, you can post it or ask me so that I am here to answer all those.
Thank you, Mr. Manjunath, for your valuable presentation. On top of RPA, what Mr. Pradeep has discussed, you have given a clear picture about Blueprism, how Blueprism can be compared with the counterpart of the RPA tools. So thanks for your valuable presentation and valuable words. Now, on behalf of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, I'm very much happy to inform our college has been identified as one of the center of excellence for a Blueprism University. So this is official communication what we have received from Blueprism University.
Great.
Thank you, Kurun sir.
Thank you.
Now I request our Honorable Principal, Dr. Suresh sir, to give presidential remarks. Over to you.
So good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Manjunath and Mr. Pradeep from Netalla Innovations Pvt Limited, and Mr. Mohandas, our person, of course, our placement and training officer, and head of the department of IAC, and faculty friends and student friends. I think students who are participating in this function or in this event, I think you have got now you have got a clarity why you have to get trained in RPA. It is an upcoming technology, and in fact, in the morning I was browsing and I came to know that 40% of the IT industries need RPA trained people. So the huge demand is there, and this is the right opportunity, and duration is also very less, about 12 days, and each day is about 4 hours. You can make use of this opportunity and enhance your skills. So add weightage to your resume, that is most important. Along with BA degree, what are the other things you can do also, it matters. And in fact, yesterday I was interacting with some CS students. There was a positive response, and the only thing is you have to take interest in this and join this course, do well. That will help you to get placed in good companies, and also it helps you to get good package also. There's another interesting thing. Again, I congratulate, I express my sincere thanks to Mr. Netalla Innovations Pvt Limited for considering Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering as Center of Excellence for Blueprism in doing this event to our students. Thank you very much. And thanks for one and all. I wish all the best for the participants to enhance your skills. Happy learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and inspiring all our students why they need to choose RPA as one of the options for their career. Now, I request Dr. Shobha M., HOD, Department of Information Science and Engineering, to say a few words on this occasion. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all dignitaries. I'm extremely happy to know that fact that SVCE is identified as one of the Center of Excellence on Robotic Process Automation. Again, we are having students from various departments, including EC, CS, IS, Mechanical, and EEE. So collectively, it's a teamwork. It's a very good added credential and a milestone achieved by SVCE. So I hope we as a team, starting from the management, principal sir, all the respective heads and the department coordinators and definitely the students, we will all see to it that maximum number of students are converted as trained RPA certified trainers. So thank you all for giving this opportunity. I hope our students will be on the positive aspect of taking maximum benefit out of it. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So thanks for your valuable words and inspiring students to join for RPA from various departments. Now, it's time to start our orientation session on RPA using Blueprism. Now, I request Mr. Pradeep to take over the session and continue with the orientation. Over to you, Mr. Pradeep.
Thank you, sir. So just tell me, like, are you able to see my screen?
Not yet.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Yes. Yes. So thank you once again. So for giving me this opportunity to train SVCE students on robotic process automation. So as I think Manjunath sir has already appraised about Blueprism and about its features and all that. So today I'm going to take you through the tool, and I'll be demonstrating a couple of small examples so that you will be excited to join this robotic process automation training. So as we are all aware that now the whole world is moving towards automation. So now every industry, you name any industry like banking, insurance, or whatever may be the industry, they would need their tasks to be automated to reduce the manpower. This is where industry is looking out for more and more RPA developers. So there are a lot of opportunities for a RPA certified people or a RPA professionals in this front. So and especially we want our SVCE students to take this opportunity, make use of this opportunity, and enhance your knowledge in robotic process automation, so that you can get into a very good job. So normally when you compare it with the other job roles, the package would start from 3 to 3.5 or 5 or 6 lakhs, right? So like, whereas for an RPA certified professional, his salary package itself would start from 5.5 onwards. So that is the level of need. That is the trend. That is how it is going on in the market. So now the industry is also looking out for more and more RPA developers. Okay, so let me just start with my presentation. So let me just brief about my company. So like we are Netalla Innovations Pvt Limited. So we are there in this industry, IT industry, from past 18 years. So we are into many things, like we are associated with IBM for artificial intelligence, for Blueprism, RPA for Blueprism, and for all the networking solutions. So we are associated with Cisco, and we are also even associated with Red Hat Linux. Yes, so we work to ensure the high levels of satisfaction for our customers and aim to continue to delight our customers through our deep level IT expertise and other skills, right? So these are our partners, and this is what we do. So we provide a network solutions to small scale and a large scale and a medium scale organizations. Then we are into artificial intelligence. So we set up Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence in association with IBM. So, and we have our own cyber security and cyber forensics bundle. So in competition with CDAC, and right now we are also into training the Karnataka Police, Andhra Police, and Delhi Police in the cyber security front, and it's a kind of one of first of its kind. So we have our own cyber security and cyber forensics bundle. And then we are into data cloud and data center and cloud infrastructure, and we are the training partner for many of the organizations. And finally, the robotic process automation. So I am heading the robotic process automation team. Yes. So let me just quickly jump to the definition. Yes. So let me just set the right expectation. So as I have already told you, that this is nothing to do with the hardware robots. But the best part of this RPA is, like, this is not limited to only CA students or IAS students. So I'm telling you that, you need not to have any programming skills. So with the little problem solving skills, that is more than sufficient for you to learn this robotic process automation. It is all about applying your skills, and it is all about problem solving skills. So you don't require much of the programming skills. Of course, if you are aware of any of the programming skills, then it will be complementing your work. So first let me start with the definition. So when you say RPA, so it is made up of 3 words, that is robotic process automation. So as we have already told you, that RPA is one of the most buzzing word in the industry. RPA stands for robotic process automation. So now let us see what is robotic. So when you say robot, so we always assume that it is something related to hardware robots or a mechanical robots. No. Now every industry is also started using the software bots, right? So what is that? The software bot, say a person or a programmer or a developer can create a software bot that whatever person or a developer can do in a computer, a bot also can do. So just that we have to create the bot and train the bot. So from the next cycle onwards, the bot will start mimicking your actions. Okay, so especially the Blueprism tool has come up with the AI and ML capabilities, right? So that is the best part of the Blueprism, that it has inbuilt AI and ML capabilities. So what is robotic? An entity which is capable of being programmed by a computer for doing a complex task is known as robot. In terms of RPA, it would be mimicking the human actions. So it is like mimicking the human actions. Whatever as a human being I can do in a computer, a bot also can do it. Okay. Yes. So when you say processes, so what all that it can automate? See, I would say 70% of any organization's activities are rule-based activities and are repetitive in nature. So that means, say, around 70% of any organization's activities can be automated. So you take up any industry, so most of their jobs are rule based. Let us say you have a rule book, then you follow the rules and then you work. And repetitive tasks, so whatever you do today and the same set of steps you will be applying for a next task also. Say for an example, loan approval process. So earlier days, so it was not so easy for us to get a loan from any banking sector, right? So just 5-10 years before, like if you want to avail loan, so we have to we used to physically go to bank and approach the manager and fill in the application. Then after a week we used to know whether we are eligible to get the loan or not. But now everything is happening instantly over the mobile phone, and in a span of 2 minutes you get to know that whether you are eligible for a loan or not. So this is how the so that means what I want to highlight here. So most of the things are automated in the backend. So we will not know. We think that we assume that there is a team who is sitting in the backend who are doing all this. That's a myth. So it is all the bots who are managing it. So just that one time creation and one time training is required for that bot, then it can work to any extent. So any activities or any processes that are in sequence in nature and they are rule based and they are repetitive in nature can be automated. So though there are some 30% of the work which cannot be automated, which requires a human intelligence to complete those tasks. So such tasks cannot be automated. But now we are also coming up with the solutions for that 30% also. That is the best part of this automation industry. Yes. So one fine day, probably after 2 years or 3 years down the line, so you will not see any people sitting in an office working in front of a computer. You will only see computer working on its own. So that is how the trend is going to change. Now already during this pandemic, so most of us are all working from home, right? So now so we are exploring the new things, and we are exploring the new opportunities. So I would like to highlight one thing, that though there was a pandemic, so most of you might have experienced that there is a downfall in there is a less demand for the developers, or for it could be for any industry, but especially with automation industry and especially with the networking industry, there is a lot of demand for such professionals. So even it could be an IT, or it could be a networking industry, or it could be an automation industry, because now the companies have realized that rather than investing on the manpower, they can invest on the machines, so that they would only need a limited skillful people to manage those bots or to create those bots. So down the line, so in an office, there used to be more than thousands and thousands of people who are to manage every small activity. So in the upcoming days, so this trend will change. So companies will only recruit the skillful people, right? So and you should be in a position to do a multitasking. Right? If you are just a developer, then that is not sufficient. So you have to be versatile. I mean to say, you should know how to test also, you should know how to document also. Everything you have to be aware of. So that's the skill set, that's the level of expectations that the IT industry has. So me, especially I'm from both the education industry and IT industry, so I know the where the lagging behind. So like I have seen the students and I've seen the industry also. There is a lot of knowledge gap between the students and the what IT industry expects. Now IT doesn't want people, they just don't want to take the students, raw students, I mean to say. I will say, earlier days, so if you're just good in analytical skills, they used to recruit the student. But now the technology is totally changed, so they don't consider you as a freshers, so they want people with additional skill sets. So if you are good in Python programming, or if you are good in one thing, that is not sufficient. So you have to have multiple skill sets. So this is where this robotic process automation will complement what you have already learned, right? So this is one such technology where it can fit in any industry. Yes. So when I say automation, so an automation is nothing but an tasks will happen automatically without a human intervention. So you don't require human intervention to work on anything. Okay, so I would like to highlight that we are the authorized academy partner for Blueprism. So I think Manjunath sir briefed about Blueprism. So it's a UK based company. So like they are the pioneers in the industry. I mean to say, though there are so many competitors, so Blueprism, they are the pioneers. Why we call them as pioneers? They are the ones who have first introduced the concept of robotic process automation in the year 2001. So it's almost 20 years back they have introduced this concept to the market, and all the other tools have come in this recent days. So as Manjunath sir was highlighting that this is one single platform, or this is one single tool wherein which you can learn everything, right from developing to control the bots and to manage the bot and to deploy them to the resources. So that is the best part of this Blueprism. So because there are different roles, when I say Blueprism professional, so it is not that you are only going to develop. So there are different job roles. So there could be a tester, there could be a developer, there could be a admin, there could be a manager, or there could be anybody. So who can fit in this? So everybody should know how to work with this Blueprism tool. All right. Yes. So I'm not going to take you through presentation anymore. So I'm straightly jumping into the tool. Okay. So this is how the tool looks like. Yes. So this is how the tool looks like, and this tool is I mean to say, the UI and UX is very beautiful. So you don't have to code anything. So I can say only less than 20% coding is required. So rest everything is built in this. So you just have to import the required libraries. So we call it as Visual Basic Objects. You just have to import them and you have to use in your project, right? So this is a simple tool. As you can see that these are the various options. So as soon as you log in, so this screen welcomes you with gist of information about how many bots are created and how much database is being used, and what are the queues being used and all that. See, and I would like to highlight one more thing, that only Blueprism uses the table structure to store all your bots. So whereas unlike any other softwares, like the other software, they make use of a file system or whatever to store your bots and to store your data, but this makes use of your database. So we ensure that even for at any situation also, you will not be losing your bots what you have created. Anytime you can just retrieve them, even in case of complete hardware crash also, we will be able to retrieve the bots. That is why most of the larger enterprises, they prefer using this Blueprism, right? So yes, so I am going to show you a couple of examples. So now let me just take an example. Now I just want to create a small bot which can open a notepad for me and type in something in the notepad and save the notepad on my desktop. See, if I have to do it manually, what are the steps that I follow? So what is that I do? I just open a notepad I just open a notepad like this. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it manually. So what is my first step? I will be opening a notepad. I'll open a notepad. Then I will type something in the notepad. Then I will save the file in the required folder. Then I'll exit from the notepad. So this is a simple example. So we repeat the same. I mean to say, even if I have to create thousands of text files, so I follow the same steps. So I've taken a simple example of Notepad. So in fact, you have better VBOs for creating documents, and you have a better VBOs to work with Excel sheet, and you have a better VBOs to work with emails and web scraping and all that. So now I've taken a simple example of working with a notepad. So the first step is you open a notepad, then type something, and then you save and you execute. Now let us see how to create a bot for it. So I'm not going to spend much time in creating the bot. I'm going to demonstrate you the bot which I have already created, and I'm going to explain you also. So as soon as you open the tool, this is how the tool looks like. So you can see that this structure. So this particular panel, we call it as canvas sheet. Okay. So, and what all the tools that you see on the left side, we call them as stages, right? So these are the tools that are being used. And so this particular Blueprism tool is developed using Java drag and drop features. That is why, so this user interface is user friendly. So whatever the tools that you want to use them in your automation, just pick them and use it, right? So you don't have to invite any functions, or you don't have to code anything. So if somebody is familiar with UiPath and automation anywhere, they will be knowing, so they will have to code. Okay, so here it is not like that. Just drag and drop. You see the tools and just drag and drop. So you will have to know how to use these tools. So rather than having much exposure on the other things, so I would suggest you to get familiar with using this particular tool, Blueprism tool. Okay, that makes your job very easier. So as I told you, first thing is this canvas will come with two nodes, that is start and end. So these are the default nodes. So this particular process looks like a simple flowchart, right? So all of you might have learned writing a flowchart in your first semester, right? Yes. So here also it is all about writing the flowcharts. So it is going to be that easy. I mean to say, just think of the diagram. So and think of a tool, what is that you need, and then drag and drop them onto a canvas. The first step is I want to launch the notepad. So I've dragged and dropped the navigate stage. Then I have renamed it. And to set the properties also, it is very easy. Just double click on this and set the properties. Now I have set the properties to open this notepad, right? Yes. So after opening the notepad, what is my next task? I have to write the text. Okay, so I'm using the same properties. So here in the command line, I have just passed on some text which needs to be written on the notepad, right? So I have, since it is a text, I've enclosed it in the quotes. Click on OK. So after writing, so what is that next I have to do? I have to save the file. So so this is the procedure to save a file. So it is all that we have to supply the commands, so inline commands, right? So we call them as global send keys. Okay, so for saving, so in the notepad, let us say if I want to save, what is that I have to follow? So I just need to go to file and then click on save as, right? So here I'm not using any mouse, so I'm just using the inputs from the keyboard. I'm giving the inputs from the keyboard. So if I press Control yes, the save as screen will be opened, right? So here also I'm just passing on that Control yes. So control here, it is represented as cap symbol. So control yes, I'm just passing on, and then I'm just passing on. See, after I press control yes, then here you will have to enter the file name and you will have to choose the path, right? So here in my process, what I've done, I've directly given the path. I want the file to be stored on my desktop, creating the file svce.txt. So I've already passed on the value to it, and the last step is I need to hit on enter button. See, after this particular dialog box is opened, save dialog box, I type in the name .txt and then I need to hit on enter button. Only then the file will be created and saved. So this is, all these 4 steps are written in a sequence, right? All these 4 steps, and finally I need to close that notepad, and finally it is connected to EndNote. See, I can just show you. This is so easy. So after writing all these stages, so what is that you need to do? You need to connect all these stages. So connect in a sequence. So here there is a link tool. Through this, from the start, I need to connect all the stages. Link, start to launch, and from launch, you need to write something onto the notepad. After writing, you need to save the file, and after saving, you need to close that notepad, and after that, you need to exit, right? So this is the bot. So this is one time. So I have hardly spent about less than 2 minutes to create a bot. Yes. So this is that easy. Next step is to execute. See, all of you can, I'm just going to execute in a slow mode so that you all can notice the changes. See, I'm just going to execute what all that I have manually done. I mean to say, what did I do manually? All that now bot can do it. See, just execute my bot. You can see that it is in a launch stage. Now automatically a notepad is launched and it is writing the text what I have given on its own, right? And you can see that dialog box is opened and it is automatically saved, and the process has come to an end and it has stopped, right? And you can see that there is a file which is created on my desktop. All of you can just see there is a text file by name SVCE is created. If I just open that, you can see whatever the text which I wanted to write in the file is there. So it is one time creation, or it is one time training required for a bot. So next time, so the same steps can be followed to create n number of text files, right? Yes. So this is one simple example which I gave. So I'll move on to the next simple example, right? Yes. So I guess all of you are familiar and most of you will be using social media sites, right? Yes. So I'm going to demonstrate you one simple interesting example of logging into Blueprism. I mean to say logging into Facebook. See, let me just take up an example of myself. So every day I used to spend earlier I used to spend more than 2 hours in reading my mails or checking out my mails. Okay, so in that most of my mails are junk mails which I don't want to even open and see what is there in it, right? So but now earlier there was no other go. I used to visit to each and every, I used to open every mail and I used to sort out the mails, and I used to only bookmark the mails which are required. Okay, rest all the mails I used to delete them manually. So it used to take at least 2 hours time for me to manage my mail account. But now I have automated that process. Now before I just wake up in the morning, whatever the mails that I have received on the previous day, it will all be sorted, and see, only the important mails will be in my inbox and all the junk mails will be deleted, right? So only the important mails will be there in my inbox, and that too with the mobile notification. So I will, as soon as I get up, every day I get a small consolidated message to my WhatsApp saying that these many important mails are there and you need a require attention for all this mail, or you will have to write a replay for all this. So in case if there is any meeting scheduled, so and automatically in my calendar the meeting also will be fixed, right? So to some extent it will also send a replay to the customers or replay to anybody based on the filters, right? Say if someone replies to me, I mean to say if someone mails to me and that is very important for me to see and take a decision, so it will give a message to me so that I can reply to him physically. I mean to say manually I'll reply. Otherwise, most of my replies will be automatic. So based on what the user is asking for, right? So like that I have sorted out. So now it makes my job very easy, and I hardly spend 10 or 15 minutes in looking through my mails. The same thing. So I used to spend a lot of time in reading newspapers. So I used to spend a lot of time in reading newspapers or reading through online newses. So now I have created a bot which can pull in the important mails or important newses from all the websites that I have defined. Let us say NDTV or let us say Prajavani, whatever. So only the important headings will be cropped and it will be sent to my mobile phone. So I don't have to visit multiple sites for any information. Say if I'm interested in shares, so I need not to keep watching in the share site, so that every time if any changes happening in the market will be automatically shown in my mobile phone. So like that, to that extent you can use this automation. So I'm only talking about my personal example. So when you go to an industry, there are many more things that you can do. So there will be a development team, and there are so many teams who are involved in creating the process, right? And there will be many backend teams. It could be IT or it could be HR. Even onboarding of customers also can be automated, and enrollment of and posting out job requirements and replying to the candidates, and scheduling a meetings, whatnot. Everything can be automated. Let us say if I have to shoot out some 1 lakh mails, okay, so I cannot physically sit in front of a computer and I can send the mails, or neither I can have my own team to send a mail. So instead I create a simple, say assume that I have a team of some 10 people. So I need to pay them the salary, so it will add on to my budget, right? So instead I can create a simple bot which can work 24/7 into 365 days non-stop. Okay, for a human being, so we have a limitations of working only for maximum 8 to 10 hours in a day, but bots are not like that. It can work 24/7, and there is no downtime for bot. And moreover, so when we are doing the work, so there is tendency, there are chances that we might do mistakes which will lead to some wrong result, but computers are not like that. So however you have trained, how accurately you have trained, so that accurately you can expect the result from the bot, right? So let me just show you a last demonstration on logging into Facebook, right? Yes, I hope everyone has a Facebook account. Yes. So let me just tell you the steps first. What is that I need to do first? My first step will be I need to open a browser. Then I need to type in the URL, that is www.facebook.com. Okay. Then I need to wait for a couple of seconds for the page to load. Then I need to enter the credentials, that is like username and password. Okay, after entering my credentials, so there will be a login button which I need to press. Only then it will take me to the, if my credentials are right, then it will take me inside my Facebook. So this is how this is how I do it manually, right? You can just see. So this is how the Facebook page looks like. So once the Facebook is loaded, you can see that you have an option where you can enter the username, password, and then click on login button. So now I'm going to automate this particular process. Okay, I'm just going to close this text. Let me just take. So yes, so I've already created, but I'll not be using them. Okay, let me just create once again for you. So automating a Facebook, it would, I would say it would hardly take about 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. See, first and the foremost step is I have some feature called application modular. So this is a tool which helps me to understand the website. We call it as spying the elements. So first, see, if I have to work on website, first I need to know the features, or first I need to know the attributes of each and every elements of the website. So this particular tool will help me to understand the attributes of each and every element. Right now, as I told you, that there will be a username, password, login button. Right? Yes. Now I'm going to launch this site. Yes. So you can see that there is a Facebook page that is getting opened. I think I've just logged in. I'll do one thing. I think this is not so compatible with Internet Explorer. I'll just go to Chrome. Okay, I'll just open it in a Chrome. I'm trying to open my application in a Chrome, and you can see that I have already given a Facebook URL, that is www.facebook.com. Just apply. Then you can see launching a page in my Chrome. Right? After this, what I have to do, I have to spy the elements. Just a minute. Let me just create a new demo itself. Yes. So just follow it. I'm just showing you how to create a Facebook automation. So as I have just now I created a file. As soon as I open, so I'll see a canvas sheet like this, and you have two stages, that is start and end by default. And then see, my first and the foremost step is I need to first understand the application. So I'm going to click on this application modular. Okay, then see, I want this. See here, I need to choose what type of an application that I'm trying to automate. So I'm trying to automate a browser-based application. So I'm choosing this option. Click on next. So, and I want to execute this browser from an exe file, not from an existing Chrome or exe file. So here I need to give a URL. So http www.facebook.com. Click on next. Sorry, here I need to choose the browser part. So where my Chrome resides. Yes. Next step is I need to give the URL. Click on next. Yes. So this is one-time configuration. So what is my first element which I need to spy? That is username. Okay. I've already given the description. Click on launch. So now the application will be launched. Okay. Yes. Now I need to spy these two attributes to understand these three elements to understand its attributes. Just a second. Recently, the Facebook, they've updated their page. Just give me a second. Just a second. So I'm trying looks, the Facebook, they have recently changed all the attributes, so it is not supporting with the Chrome. So I'm just opening it in a Firefox, that is Mozilla Firefox. So earlier Facebook, we used to open it in an Internet Explorer and Chrome, but now I think it is not so compatible with Internet Explorer. It works fine with Chrome and Firefox. Yes. Yes. So here, I've just created a flow now. So as I told you, the first step is we need to launch the browser. Then we need to enter the username. Then we need to enter the password. Then we need to click on the login button. So both my username and password, I have stored it in a as a variables. I mean to say, like whenever we are writing any program, so we would need some variables to store the values. So here we call them as a data item. So I would want my username to be stored in a data item. So you can see here a data item. I have stored my email ID as a data item, and similarly I have stored my password. See, and I've chosen the data type as passwords. That is why this password is not visible to me. Click on OK. So now I have connected the whole flow. So hope you have understood. So after this launch, I just need to wait for 5 seconds, because it depends on my internet connection. So sometimes it will be slow and sometimes it will be fast. So I want to wait for 5 seconds. Once after the complete page is loaded, then I need to enter the username and password, right? Yes. Now let's see. Just click on the start, and you can see that automatically the Facebook page is opened. I think it is not supporting for Internet Explorer. So I could have done it with Chrome, but I'm already opened a Chrome. This live telecast is opened in StreamYard. So if I close my Chrome, then the whole thing will get closed. So of course, these kind of automations can be done, right? So I think probably next time during the training session, yes, I think now it is come. Let me just execute and show you. Yes, a Facebook page is launched. I think there is an issue with this Internet Explorer. No problem. So hope you have understood what is automation and how it works and all that. Okay, so probably in the upcoming learning sessions, I'll be demonstrating you more and more such live demonstration, and I'll be showing you more and more such examples. So we have our own portal, learn.netalla. We have our own portal, learn.netalla.com. So you will all be given access to that. Okay, so and you will all be enrolled under our program. So it is all self-paced learning. So you don't have to sit in front of a computer at a particular time. So you can have your own time. So you can decide when you have to log in. So there is all self learning materials are available, and there is already there are some pre-recorded sessions are there, and there are some materials which we have uploaded in association with Blueprism. So you can make use of them, and we can all in this duration of 12 days. So we will also be conducting couple of live sessions, 1 or 2 live sessions, so which we will be communicating it to you well in advance. So in case if you have any doubts, so you can always reach to us back. So soon, I think your department coordinators and HODs will be sharing our details, and we will be soon creating a Telegram group. So I would request all of you to join a Telegram group, so that anything related to the training or anything related to the RPA learning can be posted there. And in case if you have any queries also, you can reply to that. You can ask in that Telegram. So either me or my other colleagues or my backend team will be pushing the response. So and it is going to be a 12 days duration. So if you spend every day 2 to 4 hours, that is more than sufficient. So I would require you to spend some time with this tool, so that you understand everything completely and excel in this RPA. And as I told you, there is a great future for this RPA professionals. So I would suggest you to take up this particular course seriously and try to finish it. See, and that's what I just wanted to highlight and end my this session, saying that see, now there is a, as you have already experienced, there is a bottleneck. I mean to say, there are no much opportunities. It could be for engineering students, or it could be anybody. There are no opportunities, even for experienced and even for freshers. The companies would not want to spend money on your training, so they want to hire a ready-made people. So the more you learn and more skill sets you know, the easy you can get into any company with a good salary package. So try to learn or grasp as many as technologies as you can, because all these trainings are offered for free of cost for you all. So make the best use of this opportunity and spend time with this, and learn, stay connected. In case if you have any queries, please feel free to pass it on to me. And the same Facebook demonstration, I have included it in the learning session also. I mean to say in the portal also. Probably you can just follow that steps. Recently, this Facebook, they have changed that entire UI, so the design. So I think that is why it is not so compatible. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed the session. So I'll hand over my session. I think sir, you can go ahead with continuing.
So thank you, Mr. Pradeep.
So the students, if they have any queries, they are feel free to, they can just post any queries. So I'll be happy to answer their queries.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Pradeep, for your valuable session to talk much about like Blueprism RPA, how it will be really helpful for the students to get into the RPA career. So students, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask in the chat box. So it will be answered later. Now, I request Dr. Shobha M, HOD, Department of ISC, to render a vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So, very warm good afternoon to all the distinguished intellectuals and dignitaries who are part of the inaugural function and orientation association with Netalla and Blueprism. Eventually, it's my noteworthy privilege and honor to propose vote of thanks on this occasion for the august gathering. I apparently take this opportunity to thank our guest of honors for today's function, Mr. Pradeep from Netalla Innovations Pvt Limited and Mr. Manjunath from Blueprism in facilitating to recognize Sri Venkateshwara Engineering as partner for the Academia program in the field of marketing, and also the constant support from them to sustain as a node center for RPA in the long run. We thank you for the invitation and the support. Thank you. I extend my sincere gratitude and deep sense of appreciation with special thanks to our SVCE management, Honorable Chairman of Sri Venkateshwara Group of Institutions, Sri V. Muniappa sir, and Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa, Chief Executive Director, Sri Venkateshwara Group of Institutions, who has always been source of motivation and inspiration for helping in achieving all the milestones at SVCE under their able leadership and guidance. Thank you, sir. I extend my acknowledgement and thanks to our beloved principal, Dr. Suresha sir, for helping us to set up the Center of Excellence at SVCE for the benefit of the entire student community. Thank you, sir. My next word of thanks goes to all the program coordinators of various departments, training and placement head, RPA faculty coordinators, staff members, and lastly, the major asset of any institution, my dear students, for being an integral part of today's function. Thank you all. Finally, special thanks to Mr. Satyanarayana and Mr. Mohammad Kurum for managing the entire program technically. Happy Dhanteras and happy Diwali to you. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. So once again, I thank all the members from bottom of my heart for joining for this inaugural session. So before we wind up, we just have one question, probably which Pradeep sir can answer this.
Yeah.
Pradeep sir, there is one question. Sir, as I know, Blueprism is too expensive compared to UiPath and Automation Anywhere, and there was no trial version.
Okay. Yes. So like that's what that is where this Blueprism stands out very differently. So whereas UiPath and Automation Anywhere, so they offer the learning edition for free of cost, but they don't teach you the complete inside and out of the tool. Okay. But this Blueprism, the license what we have given to the college worth of almost 8 lakhs. Okay, and you have received an enterprise license, what the software or what the license that the enterprise companies will be using, right? The students can explore each and every opportunity, they explore the complete tool and get the complete knowledge on this tool. And this is completely given for free for the students community. Of course, there is also a learning edition, but the learning edition in Blueprism is valid only for 90 days. Okay, wherein which there are some limitations that you cannot create more than 2 bots. Okay, but whereas in this enterprise edition you can create n number of bots and they can use it. So this license period will be for 1 year. The students can from the date of installation, so it will be valid for 1 year, so they don't have to renew it. So that is why this Blueprism is pretty expensive, and from only from past 1 year the Blueprism started training the academic students, I mean to the students. Earlier it was a closed group, it was only open for the professionals, but now after understanding that there is a huge demand and there is a huge requirement from the market, now they have come for the education also, so they are giving it for free. They are giving it for free, and all of you, the students of SVCE should be thankful to your management for bringing you this great opportunity. For see, nowadays you will have to go and buy the course and you will have to start learning, but here it's not like that. It is given for you for free, and make the best use of it. Okay, so this 12 days, so spend the time with this Blueprism and learn the tool completely. Manjunath sir, anything to add onto my point?
Perfect, sir. You covered everything. So only one thing which I want to add is we even renew the license for the next year for free of cost. So need not worry about the license or for what is the validity of the license. So we will take care of all those prerequisites. So the only thing, as Pradeep sir said, it's the right opportunity for you all to invest your time, energy, and the interest level and learn better and come up as a better skill enhanced resource.
Yeah. So thank you once again to Pradeep sir and Manjunath sir. So surely I hope all the students will take this opportunity to join the Blueprism RPA and get into their better future after the completion of their engineering. So once again, I thank all the members who joined for this event. Thank you.
Thank you.